Did you know there are 3 vegetables that might look healthy, but could actually be hurting your digestion, your heart, and even your memory after 60? Most people think, well, vegetables are always good, right? But not all veggies play nice with our aging bodies. Today, I'm going to share 3 vegetables seniors should avoid, and 3 others you absolutely need, especially if you want a stronger heart, less joint pain, and a sharper brain. Some of this might surprise you. But every tip I'm sharing comes from real science, backed by places like the Mayo Clinic and Harvard. And if you stay with me until the end, I'll give you a quick 10-second trick that helps you pick the right vegetables every time you shop. Now, after 60, your digestion slows down. Your body doesn't absorb nutrients like it used to. That means eating the wrong vegetables can leave you bloated, uncomfortable, or worse, raise your blood pressure without you even realizing it. That's why I made this video. I sat down with a nutritionist. I read through piles of research. And I picked out the 6 vegetables, 3 to stay away from, and 3 to bring into your life starting today. Because your body deserves better. And I believe you can feel better, think clearer, and move easier just by making a few smarter choices at the dinner table. So stay with me. You'll want to hear about veggie number 3. It's one almost everyone eats, but it may be triggering chronic inflammation without you knowing. Let's dive in. Let's talk about the first vegetable you should avoid, eggplant. Now, I know that sounds a little surprising. Eggplant is often seen as a healthy choice, right? But here's the thing, it contains something called solanine. This is a compound that, if you eat too much of it, can cause inflammation, especially in your joints. And for those of us over 60, that inflammation can turn into painful arthritis or achy joints. I remember talking to Margaret, a sweet 74-year-old woman from Ohio. She used to eat eggplant almost every week because she believed it was helping cleanse her body. But after a few months, she started waking up with stiffness and pain in her knees and hands. It was hard for her to even hold her coffee cup sometimes. When she finally stopped eating eggplant, the pain slowly faded away. On the flip side, there's Alan, 77, who made a point to avoid eggplant years ago after his doctor warned him. Today, Alan walks 2 miles every morning without any joint pain at all. He says he feels lucky to have dodged that problem. Science backs this up. Johns Hopkins Medicine explains that solanine can trigger an immune response that causes inflammation, especially in people with sensitive immune systems, and that often means older adults. Here's a quick tip. If you really love eggplant and don't want to give it up completely, try soaking it in salt water before cooking it thoroughly. This can help reduce some of the solanine. But honestly, it's better to eat it sparingly, or swap it out for gentler veggies. Now, eggplant might surprise you, but it's not the worst offender. The second vegetable on the list can quietly damage your heart health. Now, let's move on to the second vegetable you should be careful about, raw kale. Yes, you heard that right, raw kale isn't always the healthy superstar we think it is. It actually contains something called goitrogens. These compounds can interfere with your thyroid gland, especially if you eat raw kale regularly and don't cook it. I want to tell you about Linda, who's 68 years old. For about 3 months, she was adding raw kale to her morning smoothies every day, thinking she was doing her body a favor. But instead, she started feeling really tired all the time, her hands and feet were always cold, and she even noticed more hair falling out than usual. Concerned, she went to the doctor and found out she had mild hypothyroidism. That means her thyroid wasn't working well. On the other hand, Peter, a 70-year-old friend, always cooks or lightly steams his kale before eating it. He's never had any thyroid issues and feels great. So why does this happen? Raw kale has these goitrogens that block iodine absorption. Iodine is super important for your thyroid to work properly, and if your thyroid slows down, it can cause all sorts of problems: fatigue, weight gain, feeling cold, hair loss. This is especially risky for folks over 60, whose thyroids may already be a little weaker. Here's a simple tip for you: always cook your kale, boil or steam it for at least 3 minutes. That breaks down the goitrogens and makes it safer to eat. Also, try to eat it with foods rich in iodine like eggs or seaweed. That way, your thyroid gets the support it needs. It's a small change but can make a big difference in how you feel every day. But don't go tossing out your greens just yet. There are some veggies that can truly help you stay strong and sharp as you age. Coming up, I'll share 3 vegetables that seniors absolutely should be eating. The third one is a total game changer for your brain and joints. Stick around, you don't want to miss it. Now, let's talk about the third vegetable you really want to be careful with: corn. Corn might seem harmless, even healthy, right? But here's the thing, it's loaded with natural sugars and starches that are pretty tough to digest, especially as we get older. That can lead to bloating and even spikes in blood sugar. Take Joe, for example. He's 72 and loves to add corn to his salads and soups. Even though he only eats a little bit, after lunch, he often feels sleepy and sluggish. Plus, his blood sugar levels have been all over the place lately. On the other hand, Helen, who's also 72, made a simple switch. She swapped out corn for dark leafy greens in her meals. And guess what? She's been feeling more energetic and sleeping better. Why does this happen? Corn has a high glycemic index, which means it can cause your blood sugar to rise quickly. For seniors, especially those with a history of type 2 diabetes, this can be risky. Spikes in blood sugar don't just affect your energy. Over time, they can harm your heart and other organs. Here's a small tip: if you still want to enjoy corn now and then, stick to just half an ear at a time. And try to eat it with fiber and protein, like a handful of nuts or some beans, to help slow down how fast the sugar hits your blood. Making these little changes can help keep your energy steady and protect your health. But don't worry, I'm not here to tell you to avoid all veggies. Coming up next, I'll share 3 vegetables you should absolutely add to your plate every week, foods that can support your heart, joints, and even your memory as you get older. Keep watching, you're going to love number 3. It's one that almost everyone overlooks, but it's a real gem for seniors. Let's talk about the first vegetable you definitely want to add to your plate: spinach. Spinach is packed with vitamin K, magnesium, and iron, all of which help boost blood circulation and keep your bones strong. These nutrients are especially important as we get older because they help protect against common issues like bone loss and poor circulation. I remember talking with Rose. She's 75 and she told me, "I eat spinach about 3 times a week, and now climbing stairs isn't such a struggle anymore. I don't get winded like I used to." It's simple but powerful. Just adding this leafy green made a big difference for her energy and strength. Here's a little tip: don't overcook your spinach. Lightly steaming it or sautéing it with garlic and olive oil keeps it tasty and preserves those important nutrients. Plus, it's quick and easy to prepare, even on busy days. Now, coming up next is the second vegetable, often called a superfood against aging. Any guesses what it might be? Stay with me, because this one is packed with antioxidants that help fight inflammation and keep your mind sharp. You won't want to miss it. Now let's talk about the second vegetable you definitely want on your plate: broccoli. Broccoli is loaded with something called sulforaphane, a powerful anti-inflammatory compound that's great for your heart, liver, and brain health. It's one of those vegetables that quietly does a lot of good behind the scenes. I chatted with Raymond, who's 80 years old. He told me, "I honestly can't remember the last time I caught a cold or felt sick. I really believe broccoli has something to do with keeping me healthy." That kind of protection is priceless as we get older, isn't it? Here's a simple way to enjoy broccoli: steam it lightly so it stays crisp but tender, then squeeze a little fresh lemon juice over the top. The zing of lemon really brightens the flavor and makes it surprisingly delicious. Now, coming up is the third and final vegetable. It's small and often overlooked, but trust me, it's a real gem for your memory and digestion. You don't want to miss this one. It could be a game changer for your daily health. Stick around. Now, let's talk about the third vegetable you definitely want to add to your diet: beets. Beets are amazing for boosting blood flow to your brain, which helps improve memory and lowers the risk of stroke. As we get older, Keeping our brain sharp becomes more important than ever, and beets can really support that. I heard from Nancy, who's 69 years old. She started roasting beets twice a week for about 2 months, and she told me, "I've been remembering my appointments so much better, and my mind just feels clearer." That kind of improvement can make a big difference in daily life, don't you think? Here's a simple tip for enjoying beets. Slice them thin, roast in the oven for about 20 minutes until tender, then pair with some feta cheese. It makes a light, easy-to-digest dish that's great for your brain health and tastes really good too. If you're looking for a way to support your memory and overall brain function naturally, beets are definitely worth trying. Plus, they add a beautiful pop of color to your plate. So there you have it, 3 vegetables to avoid, and 3 to welcome into your diet for better health after 60. If you want to feel stronger, think clearer, and keep your heart happy, these choices can make a real difference. And remember, small changes add up. You don't have to overhaul your diet overnight. Just try swapping in these veggies one at a time and see how you feel. If you found this helpful, please share it with someone you care about. And don't forget to subscribe for more tips on staying healthy and vibrant as you age. I'm here to help you live your best life after 60. Remember, after 60, it's not just about eating vegetables, it's about eating the right ones to stay healthy and live longer. There are 3 vegetables you should avoid: eggplant, raw kale, and sweet corn. These can quietly cause problems like inflammation, thyroid issues, and blood sugar spikes. On the other hand, 3 vegetables you want to eat regularly are spinach, broccoli, and beets. These are packed with nutrients that support your heart, bones, brain, and overall energy. Your health really starts with the small choices you make on your plate every day. Have you tried any of these vegetables before? Did you notice any changes in how you feel? Share your experience in the comments. I'd love to hear your story. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe to Senior Health Secrets, and share it with your loved ones. After all, the health of older adults is one of life's greatest gifts. I'll see you in the next video, where we'll explore more simple tips to help you stay healthy and happy every day, so you can enjoy life to the fullest.